Welcome back, everybody. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. We're going to get ourselves a little bit of a tan because we're kind of pasty. There we go. Just going to hang out here, get a tan. The tropical sun warms you all over. Now, I got to try and remember exactly when I'm supposed to stand up. You know, Guy could get a nice suntan here. Because if I stay down too long, I'll burn to death. Your tan now looks marvelous. That sounds like a good time to stand up, right?
Probably.
Especially since it gave us points. Man, he put on that leisure suit very quickly. Alright, it's time for us to take in a Broadway show and get a divorce. In that order. From this angle, you can see her entire naked body.
Yes.
I feel kind of cheated. Cab Nickel Flizroy Isoi. Did you want to read that? Because I messed it up.
You see yourself looking back.
That's not what it says. Now, we mentioned in the last game copyright protection. They included it in this game too. Because, see, in order to advance the plot, I gotta give this guy a ticket to the show. Now, it's not in my inventory, but I have one. It came in the manual for the game.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show him my ticket. You say, "Excuse me, sir, I'd like to see tonight's show. I have my copy of None Tonight Tonight right here," which is the name of the manual for the game. "Oh, really? Well, for tonight's show, I am allowed to accept free passes only from our ad on page 11. What is the number of the pass on that page?" And since I have all of the passes memorized from all of the Larry games, the number is 32841, and I'm totally not reading that off a sheet of paper.
Not at all.
That would be cheating.
That would be cheating.
Let me look through this list of passes and numbers. He's not even remotely French. "Well, well, very good, sir," says the maitre d', his tone and mannerisms changing entirely. "But I must also have made a mistake. It appears that there are no more seats available for this show. I am so sorry, but perhaps something will open up later." What do you think we should do?
Give him some money.
You are so smart.
I know.
Why, thank you very much, sir. Well, look at this. I seem to have found a nice front row seat available here. Allow me to show you to your seat.
Man, I only meant to give him enough money for a back row seat.
I know, right? This can take a while. Luckily, we can adjust the speed. You quickly make your way through a crowd of men and take one of the few remaining seats near the rear of the showroom. I'm just gonna turn up the speed here.
Watching this any slower would be very painful.
It's on maximum speed, which is going to get really nuts when Cherry Tart comes out and starts dancing. The announcer's voice booms over the public address system. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for.
No. Lady and gentlemen.
I apologize. And now, lady and gentlemen.
They must be referring to me.
Yeah, they are. They knew you were here. You've all been waiting for the star of our show, Miss Cherry Tart.
I specifically requested a cherry pie.
Maximum speed. Men were throwing dollars at her. That thing just disappeared because of the speed. It just went poof. But yeah, she starts spinning and men start throwing money.
I'm glad you said those were dollars, because I would not have known.
Well, the little thing that popped up right here said that they were throwing money at her. And she's still spinning on one foot, and they're still throwing money, and she's still spinning, and it's still... What a way to make a living. Isn't she wonderful, lady and gentlemen? Screams the announcer. Let's really hear it for our own little Cherry Tart. Audience goes, ooh.
Ooh.
Audience goes, ah.
Ah.
That concludes tonight's 2-hour spectacular. None tonight for you. You must clear the auditorium now as our second show begins shortly. Good seats are still available, so tell your friends. He concludes with the trite, good night, and walk safely on your way home. Snowballs. What a show, eh, Larry? Too bad you came in so late. You only saw the last minute.
No, I think that was the whole thing.
What a show, eh, buddy? Slurps the maitre d'. How about that cherry tart? Which was not the voice he had a minute ago. Well, hello. With an I. Hello, beautiful. I loved your dancing, you say to the gorgeous woman in the dressing gown. My name is Larry. Larry Lapper. Hello yourself, Larry, replies the bathrobed beauty, turning to face you. I'm Cherry Tart.
I gathered. Her lips are really big. Is this collagen injections?
You imagine your tongue winding its way around those pearly whites.
Oh, goodness.
Anything else you want to look at on her?
Eyes? Shoulder. Look at her shoulder.
You see nothing special.
What? The shoulder's the best part.
No, the armpit is the most sensual part. So let's talk to her. We got to find out what it's gonna take to win her heart. So Cherry, tell me what you want to do with your life, so I can know what to give you, so you'll have sex with me. I'd love to quit show business, get a little farm someplace far out in the country where I could be alone and raise organically grown vegetables, fruits, and herbs.
Take that down a notch.
By the way, you notice she smiled. They animate all of these facial expressions. See if I can get her to frown. There's got a... You think to yourself, I'd love a piece... I'd love to taste a piece of this cherry tart. Oh, there she is. Oh, she is not happy about that approach. Why, Larry, shame on you. I can tell just what you're thinking.
Women are telepaths, by the way. Be aware.
You don't have to be a telepath to know what Larry's thinking. Well, Cherry, I'm just the opposite. I have hundreds of acres of land coming into my possession soon, but I'd love to be in show business. There's that smile. Oh, Larry, you're so lucky. How I wish I had some land.
Oh, goodness. First the credit card, and now it's land? She's gonna be left with nothing.
You know, I think I have some land coming to me from a recent legal development. I really have no use for it. Would you like a few acres? Do I? Why, Larry, I'd do anything for a little piece of land. But I must run. I still must get ready for the next show. I certainly enjoyed our little chat together, Larry, and I look forward to hearing from you again soon. Now, if you'll pardon me, I must head backstage. Our stage manager has such a short fuse for a guy with such a sour disposition. But when will we ever see each other again? When you get the deed to the land, just knock softly on that door over there. I'll be waiting near the door. Till then.
That's because you don't always have to knock hard.
Sometimes you gotta knock her gently. Oh, Larry, Cherry cries. I can just picture my little country place now. Sounds like we gotta get this divorce finalized. If only there was a lawyer on this island.
Can't think of any.
But first...
I mean, I'm not there.
I know, you can handle this divorce for him real quick, right? According to tribal law.
Totes.
Sometimes when you're in here, Elvis will be sitting in here. Other times, Passionate Patty will be sitting right back here. At this moment, neither one of them felt like showing up.
I would not have noticed that if you hadn't said so.
Well, that's why you do these LPs, so you can walk people through the finer points of the game, like how to tell when something's not there.
But the graphics are pretty bad. It just clear up a few things.
They're getting better every day. See if I can remember my way back to the law offices. As I recall, they're up here. Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. I want a divorce! Excuse me, you say, interrupting the man working at the counter. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. I am in desperate need of a divorce. Is there anyone here that can help me? Oh my god. Hello, Mr. Laffer. It's a pleasure to meet you. Certainly, we here at Dewey, Cheatham & Howe would be most proud to satisfy all your legal needs. Currently, Mr. Dewey is in court and Mr. Howe is taking depositions down at the court hut. But you are in luck. Miss Cheatham is available. Go right on through. Her door is just behind me. I'll tell her you're on your way in. That guy, he looked like one of the guys from Perfect Strangers, didn't he?
I don't know what that is.
It's an 80s sitcom. Never mind. Good day, Mr. Laffer, says the attorney from her desk with a smile. I'm Susie Cheatham. How may I help you? Is that accurate so far for a lawyer?
Sure.
Okay. How about now? Please make yourself at home. Have a seat on my couch. Do lawyers let people sit on their couches?
If they have one, sure.
Okay, well, I'm gonna sit on her couch. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take a look at her first. Because they put a lot of work into this art. They put a lot of work into these faces.
That's the best one so far.
Anything you want to look at? Now you can see why Susie Cheatham is known as the Queen of Torts.
No, I still don't see why that would be the case.
Oh, it's gone. You don't actually get to look at parts of her face, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna sit here. I'd like a divorce. How exactly do I go about getting a divorce, Miss Cheatham? It's simple, Mr. Laffer. As long as you don't expect to take your case through the local court system, which is owned lock, stock, and barrel by Kalalalau's father, you can just let me take care of everything. My standard divorce runs $500, and of course I expect to be paid in cash. By the way, Mr. Laffer, did my secretary explain to you my policy concerning new clients? This first consultation is always free, but then you'll owe me for any work I do. I'm sure you understand. Accurate so far?
Well, the fee is a little bit low, but this was however many years ago.
Miss Cheatham, allow me to come right to the point. My wife, Kalalau, was a wonderful woman, and brought to our marriage a considerable dowry, consisting of a few no-load mutual funds and some extensive real estate holdings. I was wondering if there's any easy way for me to get my hands on that land. I've heard of some ancient island tradition concerning men and real property. None of this fictional property. Oh my god. You want to take this one, lawyer?
Personal property? Say no more, Mr. Laffer. I know exactly what you mean. According to ancient island custom, any land owned by either or both spouses upon dissolution of the marriage becomes the exclusive property of the male member of the household. Congratulations, Mr. Laffer. You are now the owner of a considerable chunk of none-tonight real estate. I'll make the necessary arrangements and have Roger, my secretary, boilerplate the papers for you.
What was funny about boilerplate?
Boilerplate just means, like, the generic language that you use. It's like a form, basically. It's not specific to anything.
Fair enough. Let's go get that deed. You did a marvelous job reading, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Is that deed ready, you asked the clerk? You pronounced all the words and everything. I don't even do that.
No, you don't.
Miss Cheatham has instructed me to prepare your land deed. I'll have it ready soon. Why don't you come back in a few minutes, Mr. Laffer? I don't have a few minutes, you little punk. I need it now. Is that land deed ready yet, you asked the clerk? Absolutely, Mr. Laffer. Here it is. But you know that land is so isolated from the main tourist areas, you'll never be able to sell it to a developer. It's nothing but worthless forest land. No one could build a tourist trap there.
Perfect! For my purposes.
Exactly. Do I have...
Cherry's purposes.
I have the deed. Whereas and whereas and whereas therein hereby corpus delecti wherefore grant to the bearer by the tribes of Nuntanite Island 640 acres of rare virgin forest land.
But I specifically asked for despoiled forest land.
Man, you know lawyers, they can't ever get anything right. Since you did so good with that, do you want to read Cherry's dialogue now?
No.
Just the lawyer?
I like listening to you do a female voice.
Well, then I'll have to chick it up for you a little bit.
Yes, you will.
And so again, we gave away a credit card, now we're going to give away 640 acres of land.
No, just a couple.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how it's going to work out. Daring to defy the authorized personnel only sign on the stage door, you softly knock 1, 2, 3 times. You hope Cherry is true to her word.
Women always are.
A small voice whispers through the door. Larry? Is that you? You think to yourself, thank heavens it's Cherry.
Are you doing what's-her-face from Little Shop?
I can try. You whisper through the door, yes, Cherry, it's me, Larry. Larry Lapper. Oh, Larry, I've been waiting for you. I can't do that chick from Little Shop. It's not even possible. Oh, Larry, I've been waiting for your return. Did you get the deed? I got it right here, sweetheart, you respond. And I think you know just how much I'd like to give it to you. This is your big chance. Now you can give up show business and move to your own little place out in the country. Oh, Larry, 640 acres of virgin Nuntanite rainforest, perfectly suited for slash burning and typical agricultural pillage. You've just made me the happiest woman on earth. Come on backstage and allow me to properly express my appreciation. Yeah, we just lost all of it.
Well, we weren't gonna use it.
Yeah, you chuckle. Looks like I'm gonna get a little something for Cullow's worthless farmland after all.
A very little something.
No, she's getting the little something. Looks like he's getting quite a bit. Larry, you're so wonderful. You've given me what I've always wanted. I think you know what I've always wanted. By always, I mean for the 5 minutes I've known you. Cherry smiles at you in the darkness. At last I'll be able to remove this costume, never to wear it again. The bolero kicks in as she strips off her peacock tail. There goes the bra. What are you, modest? Hurry up, Larry. The second show's about to start.
Oh, goodness.
What do you mean? You carefully consider her offer. But not for long. Trip! Huh. Oh, Larry, cries Cherry. Don't you just love real estate? The raunch level affects the gyration. It also affects whether or not she sits up.
Oh.
Because you don't want to see the outline of pixelated boob.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
You can see her boob right there. See, it's that little bit right there. The mouse isn't there anymore. Oh, Larry, I could go on like this all night. You're the only one.
Oh, Larry.
It's funny because he's bad at sex. Who turned out that light? What's that drum roll? Oh, no, she cries. Quick, Larry, get dressed. The second show is starting. You both scramble to find, sort, and wear whatever articles of clothing you can.
This'll work out.
Geez, it's dark, Cherry, you shout. I can't tell what's what. The public address system booms. Princess and gentlemen, welcome to None Tonight for You, our spectacular tribute to the thing we all love most.
Sex?
Where's my pants?
Honey, where are my pants?
Yes? The announcer's voice booms over the public address system. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for, the star of our show, Miss Cherry Tart. Oh, God. Jeff is awesome! Somehow, in the dark, he managed to put on the entire costume correctly. I can't see what I'm grabbing or what I'm doing, but luckily, the entire costume is put on correctly.
I can't feel it either, apparently.
You scream, people, hundreds of people, and every one of them staring at me. You're caught, Larry, and red-handed, too, and wearing Cherry's costume, too. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of our show, Miss Cherry Tart. In your hurry to dress in the darkness backstage, you must have grabbed the wrong clothes.
You think?
So that's why your underwear was such a tight fit. He fits into her underwear, like at all. Our star, Cherry Tart. Cherry! You walk to the beginning of the runway. Well, Larry, you've done it again. Now what are you going to do? If I sit here and do nothing, it would be a game over. What should I do?
Shake it!
But since it's an old computer game, how about I just say that instead?
Okay.
I'm sorry if I
Can't
say...
put twerk? Alright.
This was well before the twerk. Okay.
You know what this means. You're gonna have to twerk for the viewers.
No, that's a private thing. I only twerk in private. It's a phobia of mine.
Dance clubs.
Summoning up all of your courage, you begin to wiggle your way down the runway. The audience must appreciate your talents as they begin to throw dollar bills at you! Look, Larry, they're really throwing money at you. They like you. They really like you.
Jeff's dancing as well right now.
Well, Larry is my avatar in the game. If we're going to be connected in any way, I got to kind of, shake my groove thing when he is.
So what have you been doing when he's having sex?
Do you really want to know?
No.
Time passes, and Jeff continues to shake his groove thing. Oh, no, the music's gone. Time in which you dance and dance, meanwhile picking up many, many $1 bills.
Cheapskates.
You dance until your legs just can't take it any longer, which isn't really that long considering you're wearing a pair of high heels 3 sizes too small. The maitre d' wisecracks. You seem to have been a big hit with the audience. 500 $1 bills ain't bad for your first night. You think, just imagine, I got to have all that fun and make money too. Why, that was even better than being a programmer for Sierra Online. See, it's funny, because they made this game. Now, I can go back in that room, and I can put on my leisure suit. Or I can get the hidden sex scene.
Yes, that one.
So we're going to walk straight to the lawyer's office.
The option is always more sex.
This is an optional sex scene, but I think like 90% of the people who've ever played this game know about it, so it's not really a secret, but it is optional. Kind of like the semi-optional Extra Chicken Larry 5. Just walking through the jungle dressed like a peacock. Time to get my divorce finalized since I picked up $500. I can't even fit through that door. Roger, I'd like to get this divorce business all straightened out. When could I meet with Miss Cheatham again, you ask? I can't even see his mouth moving. You've already had your one and only free introductory consultation, Mr. Laffer. Susie will be happy to meet with you again. But to complete your legal arrangement, you must pay me your $500 fee. Pay Roger. Give money. Really? Here's the $500 Miss Cheatham requested, you tell the receptionist. May I please meet with her to finalize my divorce now? Why, certainly, Mr. Laffer, replies the receptionist, who has no comment on the way I'm dressed. Walk right in. Miss Cheatham will be happy to talk with you now. And by the way, nice outfit, Mr. Laffer. That headdress does not fit through that door. I'm back, Miss Cheatham, you say, and I'd like my divorce papers. You sure you don't want to do the voice of the lawyer again?
Yes.
Susie's eyes widen as she spies your new outfit. Oh, Larry, I had no idea you enjoyed cross-dressing, too. She has a huskier voice. What does she mean, too? You know, nothing turns me on like wearing men's underwear, she cries.
That is pretty hot.
Really?
Women in men's underwear, yes.
I meant a woman wearing men's underwear. Not seeing them, but actually being one, since you are a woman.
No, I can see that.
You are stunned. You have no idea. Dazed, you head for the sofa. Oh, yes, yes, Susie says. Do sit down, Mr. Laffer. Make yourself comfortable, Larry. You wouldn't mind if I called you Larry, would you? So far, is this what you'd expect in the lawyery realm? No. Oh. Well, then I call bullshit.
It's actually a giant ethical breach to have sex with a client.
They haven't had sex yet. No, Larry is fine, I suppose. Allow me to assure our confidentiality, Larry, says Miss Cheatham. I hate for anyone to violate the privacy of my attorney-client relationships. Would you mind if I slip out of this hat, you ask her? That was the wrong voice for the wrong person. Feel free to slip out of whatever you wish, Susie replies. You carefully remove the gigantic feathered hat from your head and place it at your feet. You may have come here expecting a divorce, but it looks more like you're going to get more than legalese. And now it's time for me to get comfortable too, says Susie. Swoosh!
Whoa, those are
She is
big tits.
built! So, says Susie, how do you like a woman in men's undergarments? Look at those muscles. You reply, actually, I think I'd love you in mine. Enough of this legalistic foreplay, Larry, she says. Why don't you say we spend the rest of the afternoon going through your briefs?
I never thought anybody would ever be able to make that hot.
That's a lot of gyrating.
Coitus interruptus every time.
Hey, Susie, you cry. What's that? Excuse me for just a moment, please. I seem to have a telephone call. May I put you on hold? Now, dear, Susie says to you, where were we? You think to yourself, I've had lawyers do this to me before, but this is the first time. Oh, no, says Susie. I suppose I could have Roger hold my calls. It'd be nice if someone got to hold something around here. Now, dear, Susie says to you, where were we? Oh no, I'd better write myself a note before that conversation slips my mind. It'd be nice if something started slipping around here. There. All done. Is it creepy that I make eye contact as I do that?
Yes.
Not again, cries Susie. I'm just so busy. Now, dear, Susie says, where were we? You've had just about all of this you could take. And another note. There, all done. Oh, wait, she says, I better fax Roger a memo about that last conversation. Paper airplane right into the fax machine. I'm sure all lawyers know how to make that shot. At a certain point, wouldn't you just not stop? Jeff is awesome, you cry! If you're this busy, why don't I just come again later? And you do mean that figuratively. Susie covers the phone with her hand and whispers to you, Sure, okay, good idea. Call me anytime. As soon as I prepare your divorce papers, you may pick them up from Roger, my secretary. We must get together again soon. From what I've seen of you, I'd love to squeeze you into my agenda. Wriggling your way out of her grasp, you grab your tall feathered hat from the floor and slip out her office door. The problem is, Susie's docket is just too full. Poor Larry, you've just experienced the agony of clientus interruptus. Well, we're going to get our leisure suit, we're going to come back, we're going to get our divorce finalized, and I think that's going to be the end of this little video. Next time, it's time for us to get our pulsating pectorals. What? Admit it, you've been fantasizing about Larry and his pulsating pectorals for quite some time.
No.
He's gonna be buff. He's not just gonna draw his abs on with a magic marker, he's gonna be buff. I mean, I've done that ab drawing thing, nobody ever believes it.
Because you have to shave it in your belly hair.
Oh. What did Cherry leave wearing if my suit's still here? Ah, now that feels like home. And he walks a lot faster when he's not weighed down by all that feather. Feathers are pretty heavy.
I've always thought that.
That's why birds aren't always in the air, they gotta rest on the ground, so it's like, oh, these feathers. And I know I didn't tell you, Princess, and our audience at home may not know, but halfway through this game, which we're almost at, you switch characters.
What?
We're going to become Passionate Patty. We're going to play this game from a woman's perspective.
Oh no.
Aren't those divorce papers ready yet, you ask Roger? I'm glad you asked, Mr. Laffer. They're all set. Here you are, and Miss Cheatham told me to tell you it was a business doing pleasure with you. Probably true. So where are we going to go next? Free at last! Well, well, look at this. Somehow Susie Cheatham's Fat City membership card got mixed in with these papers. What a sleuth you are!
Yeah, I'm sure eventually I would have found that. Not.
Fat City, member in good standing. Insert and wait for click. This is the part you really would never have gotten. Well, well, look at this. Susie wrote her locker number plus some words on the back of her spa card. This is the other piece of copyright protection. Closer examination reveals the words to be Chippendales, the Punk Flamingo, which I can't find on my little list. Oh god. It's on here as the Pink Flamingo. Whoever wrote this list is an idiot. And the Comedy Hut, which is her locker combination. In the manual, there's little ads scattered all throughout. So what you do is you find the page of the manual that the ad for that company is on, and that's the number of the combination. So our combination is 12, 2, and 8. Now what could this mean? Why would Susie scribble the names of None Tonight businesses on the back of her spa membership card? So if I can remember where Fat City is, we'll go there next time.
She's apparently very concerned about somebody getting into her locker.
Which is why she just leaves that card anywhere. Alright, so we will see you guys next time. Quit now when you're doing so well while you're almost up to 940 points. This is pretty randomly generated, and even if you had like 3,999, it'd be like, you're almost up to 4,200 points! Which you can't do. Anyway.